What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. Well, we have a winner of the contest giveaway for the supplements from I'llPumpYouUp.com. I want to thank them for the opportunity to give these supplements away to you guys. And the winner is Cold Barty. Cold Barty. So get me your address and mailing information. I'll get that out to you. The training partner's name was Donnie. D-O-N-N-I-E. Donnie. And his last name, which some of you guys did get, was Souza. You guys are spelling it Souza, which I think is funny because you guys know I have a Rhode Island accent. There's no R in his last name. It's S-O-U-S-A, Souza, which is a Portuguese last name. But some of you even knew that he was my training partner. We started our first cycle together. Like, we were in the gym when we did it. Al caught us. Like, some of you guys actually are watching these videos and absorbing the information as opposed to just kind of mindlessly going through it. And I thought it was pretty cool that you guys not only knew his name, you knew Al's name, you knew the Gold's Gym, you knew everything that was going on. That was pretty badass. And there was no time for you to go back and look up the videos because you put it up within like a minute of me, putting the video up. So which meant you actually knew the information. So you actually are getting to know me, which is very cool. So get me your information. I'll get that out to you. Guys, don't worry. With this new sponsor, I'llPumpYouUp.com, we got plenty of stuff rolling in all the time. We're going to have these things that we run a lot more often. And I have stuff like I have a whole brand new thing from BigBitchFormula.com of their pre-workout that they were going to launch but decided not to launch. So I have a formula that's pretty much never going to be launched that we're going to give away. I have some other stuff. I mean, some full, actual cans of supplements, not samples, that we're going to be giving away. So don't worry, man. There's going to be plenty of time for you guys to win some other things. So we're going to do a little bit of a Q&A now. I got some good questions on there, and I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and put these out there so that everybody can get this information, and maybe it'll help other people, maybe it'll help people understand. So one of them was, why don't I rebound into a show by dieting down and then for 4 days eating my way up like I'm doing right now, because I'm staying very lean but I'm getting bigger and fuller and harder. Well, the problem with it is right now if something goes wrong and I get fat or I retain too much water, it's fine. But if you train for 14, 15 weeks and something goes wrong in that last 4 days and you can't reverse it, you're screwed. You just fucked up all your hard work, which has happened to me in the past. Now, again, you can't make your body do something that it doesn't want to do. So you kind of have to go with it. So when I was doing the rebounding between the Delaware and the Shawn Ray Classic, I wasn't really sure if I would stay lean or not. I didn't know if I would bloat up. I had no idea. I just let my body do what it does. So now what happens is it did stay lean. It's staying lean now. How long will this go on for? I don't know. So what I have to do is ride this out until it gets to the point where I'm not maintaining my leanness and I feel like I'm getting fatter. Then I need to stop and go back to a different kind of eating plan. Have a different plan of attack to keep gaining muscle and getting more dense and not getting fatter. But being lean in the gym is one thing. Being lean on stage is a whole other thing. So making a video of me training and you go, wow, he looks awesome, you should do that. If I got on stage, I would look just like a big bloated whale. Trust me, I've done it before. It sucks. It's not a good look at all. You need to be dry, hard, and the skin needs to be thin and dried out when you get on stage, or you just look fat. So how did I cut my water so fast? Well, I started eating all kinds of junk and loading up on carbs. Now, carbs store water. With me, when I eat those carbs, I store a lot of water between the skin. Now, I don't know if I've explained to you guys before. I'm pretty sure I have. My body works on a typical cycle, 24 hours every single day. It's the same exact thing. I lose 4 to 6 pounds of water every single night when I go to bed, when I stop drinking about 10, 11 o'clock when I go to bed. So throughout the night, my body processes the carbs, it processes the water, and it gets rid of the water. So I get up to pee like 3 or 4 times a night, and I get up 4 pounds lighter in the morning, so maybe 4 to 6 pounds lighter in the morning. So what I did was, as soon as I decided that's it, I'm going to do this show, I stopped eating carbs again, went back to just bison and turkey, which was late Thursday night. When I got up in the morning, I had already dropped about 4 to 6 pounds from just not having any water overnight. Now the thing was, I don't eat the carbs. So now I was cutting the carbs back because I had plenty of carbs in me from a few days of eating all that junk and stuff and eating the rice, and I kept drinking my water. So now what happens is that goes on throughout the day and I don't fill back up with all that water between the skin. My body starts to dry out because it doesn't need it because the carbs are not coming in. As Friday night comes, when I go to bed and I stop drinking my water again, I wake up in the morning and I'm dry as a bone again. But even drier, I must have peed 12, 13, 14 times that night because my body literally had none carbs coming in, and it was actually getting rid of carbs and getting rid of the water that the carbs are stored with. Why does it work like that? I couldn't tell you, but I have trained my body like this over time to be like clockwork, so I know what to expect. I don't know why it happens, but I know what happens. So I knew all I had to do is what I do normally every day, but cut back on the carbs again, and I would dry out. And that's exactly what happened. I don't cut my salt. I keep my salt in. But without those carbs, my body dries out. So now when I wake up in the morning on Saturday, all I have to do is sip a little bit of water at a time, and that gives my muscles enough to be full but not retain the water. Because again, I woke up dry as a bone. So that's how it works. It was just a matter of knowing what my body was going to do before it even did it, having faith that it would happen because I knew it happens every 24 hours, and then making the adjustment based on what I saw happening in the mirror. That's how it works. Another question about maintaining my condition right now through the off season. Why don't I maintain where I'm at right now? Well, right now I'm rebounding, so I've depleted the shit out of myself for about 12 weeks. So I'm going to be lean no matter what. I mean, even eating a lot of junk food, drinking a lot of milk, etc. But there will come a point when my body wants to level off. I have a natural level of body fat. This is an unnatural level for me that my body likes to stay at. And what I do is I'll let it go to that level. I'm not like one of those guys who reverse diets out and try, I need to stay lean. You don't make gains like that. When your body's constantly fighting to be normal, it doesn't want to build muscle. It doesn't want to get harder. Now, I do have pictures up on my Facebook of 2009 and 2013. This year, the same exact pose on stage. And there's a drastic difference in my physique, even though I was lighter, which means I have been gaining muscle through that time. Even though I'm not bigger per se weight-wise, the muscle is denser. It means I am gaining muscle. So those gains are, you can clearly see it. A couple of years goes by. It's not like, oh, it might be. No, it's clear. It's distinct. So that reverse dieting thing, that doesn't work for me. I don't need to stay there. I need to get my body fat to a certain level where it's comfortable, where my body says, all right, I'm not freaked out about having low body fat. This is fine. We're not going to die. Oh, what's this? Is it? Oh, it's a muscle stimulus. Holy shit. Okay, what are we going to do? That's going to happen tomorrow. Okay, let's build and get stronger for that. Building gets stronger, it gets bigger. That's how it works. And the last one is about Bruno's eyes. A couple comments about what is wrong with his eyes. Bruno's eyes do not produce any more tears. Okay, so now this is very common in bulldogs. He has every problem pretty much a bulldog can have. He has ear problems. He has eye problems. He has the cherry eye where the cartilage broke and the eyelid actually pops out. He has allergies. I mean, you name them, he had them. My bulldog previously had Lucky, had zero issues, but Bruno got them all. And it's only been within the last couple of years as he's getting older. He's going to be 10 years old next year. So for a bulldog, that's a senior age. And I literally have to wipe his eyes about 7 to 10 times a day, roughly. Every single time I turn around, I have to wipe him because the dirt and stuff that gets in his eyes that I always normally filter out with the tears, his doesn't. So I have special drops that I put in his eyes in the morning and at night. I have to wipe his eyes constantly. And as you guys can see, it builds up like that little bit of film. And as soon as they start to see that film, I wipe it again. I just didn't notice it while I was filming. After I was done filming, I wiped it. But that's what happens to his eyes. He's not sick. It's part of his breed, and it's what happens when they get older. So it's like his body's starting to break down because he's older. And you know, it doesn't bother him. It doesn't hurt him. He doesn't mind it when I clean it. It doesn't look good, and I feel bad for him. But it's just the way he's going to be until he passes away. So we just try to make him as comfortable as we can and make sure that it doesn't goop up to the point where he can't see. So as soon as we notice it, he may be sleeping. He wakes up, looks, and he has the goop. Got to clean it. So that's all for today. Make sure you get me your address. Cold Barty, I don't know how you spell it, how you pronounce it, but get me your address and stuff. And next week when I'm back from visiting my parents and stuff, I will get that package out to you ASAP. So BioWesternTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments below and don't fight. I'm BioS3 and I approve this message. And we're Brick Bicep. We're out.